Welcome to this commercial real estate coffee chat brought to you by the law firm of Parker Poe. We're pleased to have Karen Mankowski with us. Karen is with Newmark and practices commercial real estate in both Carolinas. She focuses her practice on the industrial and warehouse space. She's also probably well known to those of you who are in or have contact with CCIM here in Charlotte. She served on their board for 7 years, chaired their education committee, and led the networking events that were always so much fun to attend.
And we could not have done those networking events without support from companies like Parker Poe. So we sincerely appreciate that. You made our networking possible, which I think makes us better as far as the service we provide to our clients.
Thank you for saying that. I know that both of our organizations, Newmark and Parker Poe, do a great deal in the economic development space. How does that drive demand for industrial and warehouse space, Karen?
For us, it's critical. The role they play as far as site selection is amazing. So they're specialists when it comes to workforce, when it comes to education, when it comes to incentives. And really, it would be impossible for us to do our job without them.
What sizes, uses, and locations are you seeing the most interest in right now?
For us, it's 200 to 400,000 square feet, so larger buildings. That's obviously going to appeal to, say, a logistics service provider. As far as location, I would say if you're in the trucking industry, for example, you've got to be on a corridor like I-85. So that runs from Roanoke to Raleigh to the Triad to Charlotte to Greenville, Spartanburg. So that's just an invaluable asset to have access to that. As far as ports, I would say definitely Port of Charleston in the Carolinas, and then I would also say Port of Savannah. Those are critical if you're accepting cargo through that mode.
Right. You mentioned ports. Are you seeing a lot of demand for industrial and warehouse space in our geographic area from foreign entities?
We are, and that's been ongoing. That's not new. For us at Newmark, we definitely have Asian clients that have that interest as well as Canadian clients. And one of the coolest things we're seeing right now is reshoring of U.S. manufacturing, and for some reason that is very much of interest to this particular subset of buyers.
Well, I know that the June 23rd edition of the Wall Street Journal had a great article about demand for warehouse space. Tell us what factors are kind of going into that big demand for space.
It's all about e-commerce and online fulfillment centers. You know, I think Amazon's kind of set the bar, and they have made that promise about speedy delivery. So is that next day? Is it same day? It really puts a lot of pressure on the system, and that's pressure to deliver everything from clothing to medicines to groceries. So it's made it very competitive, and we don't see that trend ending. We just see it increasing.
Well, the upshot of this article is that it's going to remain a vibrant area for a while. How long do you think it'll remain kind of white hot like it is right now?
We're projecting at least 3 years, and we base that for us here in the Southeast on demographics. You know, based on the U.S. Census, clearly those were favorable for our section of the country. Also pent-up demand, so folks are out and about, you know, they're returning to work, so that boosts a lot of different levels of the economy. And also I would just say this economic recovery that we're going through, it's all kind of like a perfect storm.
Apart from the warehouse and industrial area, Karen, what other areas of the real estate market do we need to kind of keep our attention focused on for the remainder of this year and next year?
I would say 3 areas. The first one is kind of new and exciting. That's single-family rental housing. And it's amazing how that's grown. There are actually entire subdivisions now being built with single-family rental housing. Secondly, I would say self-storage. That tends to go in tandem with renters. And then thirdly, I would say multifamily. That's just been absolutely as white hot as industrial. We don't see that ending anytime soon.
Thank you for joining us for this coffee chat, and thank you, Karen, for providing your insights. I would like to let you know that the next event that Parker Poe will host for the commercial real estate arena will take place on August 25th. It's our annual Pigskin and Property Preview event, and Mark Vittner from Wells Fargo and Scott Fowler from The Observer will join us. The event will take place here in Charlotte, but it will be streamed live for those of you who can't join us. But we hope to see you then, and thank you for joining us today. you.